situation firsthand. So my homeboy is real close to his family. They're very tight family, and this is really mentally, damaging to him too because he don't know how to really. They're close, so they don't really know how to really help his cousin out and how to even get him through this situation. Barely just he going through his own situation himself. So I wanted to have this conversation with you, bro, because like I said, I've been in a situation where I seen as a young child, I seen adults fight and get into it, and as I grown older, I don't know how much of a effect that had on me as I am mentally now, but I do think it do have some effect. So I want to see how you feel that a child. What would you like tell a child in this situation to just to be able to cope with this situation?
You can't tell them nothing. You won't be able to tell them a thing. You have to. How old was this kid?
I ain't get an age. I'm thinking a teenager maybe.
Yeah, you can't tell nobody. Like, bro, you gotta understand. Like, when somebody go through something traumatic, as seeing somebody shot, stabbed, or something like that, that's not something that happens on the regular. So that's not something that you'll be able to kind of sit down and have a conversation about. Um, because mentally, that individual has to come to grips with what's going on in their own head. So all you can do is check in on them, make sure they're good. As far as like not wanting to hurt themselves or feeling like they the problem, they're the issue, or feeling like they caused this issue. And then try to get them in some form of therapy, intensive therapy that'll help them.
So I'm saying, from your point of view, if a cow came to you with this problem, how would you help him?
Uh, I'd probably start off with just um, focusing on their well being first, just seeing where they are. Um, may have them journal. Uh,
Nate want to know, would you ease that on them, or how does that work?
Ease what on the therapy part? They should be seeing somebody after an experience like that. Like you have to, yeah, you have to go see somebody after
Yeah,
see.
the therapy part.
Nah, you don't ease it on them. This is just what you do. Hey, I gotta go sit and talk to somebody.
What if he don't want it?
And it ain't at that point. It ain't their choice. If they're a kid, you don't have a choice in the matter. But
Because
you got
I remember doing therapy, but I remember not. It was still a waste of time because I really wouldn't open up. So it was just a waste of time. You couldn't force me to open up.
well, it ain't a waste of time. You the only person that's wasting time is the person that's sitting in front of the therapy.
That, I mean, that's a
The
good
only
point.
person that's wasting time. So you either gonna sit here, figure it out, or let's figure this out. And depending on the counselor or the therapist, if they good, it might take a few weeks for them to. And you don't just come in like, hey, I know that your
They
mom
said, I
have today.
think They said, I think you also have to be willing to talk. When I went to therapy, I didn't realize how much it benefited me until I began to open up.
Yeah, most people, but that's on the therapist part. People willing to.
It's so crazy, bro. Not to interrupt you, but it's been so many people that hit me that's from we went to middle school that I never knew had going through problems. it's like we was like, I don't know, bro. Like I don't want kids to grow up to a point where they hide it so long, like how we did. Like I can't speak for you, but a lot of kids that I know hide it, like hide what they was going through, and they speak on it, and then they get in your 20s and they start affecting you in ways that you don't even understand it's affecting you
That's
because
why.
you have. Hmm?
That's why everybody. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Mental health therapy should be the number one insurance payer. Like that should be the number one thing on your insurance. Mental health therapy for everybody. It don't matter if you come from a good life or you come from the hood. Everybody. It don't matter who you are. You gotta have it, and that's what we should be promoting in America right now. Mental health therapy should be the number one thing on the on the list of things to do. From age 5 on up.
Do you think it'll be better off for black people, or not just speaking on black people, but for people as they get older and adult, they'll be able to handle things a little bit better?
Yeah, of course. You'll be able to handle everything.
You know,
You'll be able to handle everything because you develop a way of problem solving. See, that's what's wrong with people nowadays. They don't have problem solving skills. When a problem presents itself, you got to be able to solve your own problems, and that's the problem.
what do you think the problem is? Why do you feel like they don't have problem solving skills? Do you think they got, like, what happened?
No, critical thinking. You're not critical thinking in schools no more. They don't give y'all those. They don't give kids critical thinking questions no more.
Avon,
Yes.
do y'all get critical thinking questions?
What are those?
Damn.
Well, I ain't telling you no lie. Yeah, they don't do critical
But they
critical
be
thinking
stressing me
activities.
at these schools, bro. I don't know what they be teaching them anymore, dog. Like, I just be really wondering, like, what is going on? And
Critical,
half of the time, the teachers don't be there.
yeah, critical thinking been taken out of school since what 2007, 8. Yeah, they don't have critical thinking skills no more. That's what it is. You used to do that shit in like the third or fourth grade. They give you the list of shit.
The little sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to figure out the problem. They don't have those. They don't have that no more. So that's why you see people running into these situations.
They got lazy. They got lazy to me after COVID, but that's a topic for another day. Nah, actually, that's a good topic because I feel that same way too with a lot of things. A lot of things is they don't even really bring books home no more, bro. I think I barely seen my kids bring some books home this year, and I'm just like, y'all barely have homework, and they do their homework online.
They've
It's
been
like,
lazy. They lazy before that. They was lazy before we even got out of school. This is what it is. This shit
so
started shifting in early 2000, 2001. That's when the shift started.
it's hard to say because a lot of us ain't lazy.
Nah, they know that we not shitting me. Shit. Shit me.
Why you say that?
You don't see motherfuckers that man, come on, man.
Time out.
Come on.
Why
Man.
you say that, bro?
Just think about
We
I mean,
deliver so many books that never get used, bro. That shit be irking me, dog. I be like, why the fuck y'all don't use y'all books?
because
And
kids
not
don't read
but
no more. But yeah,
so you believe even a lot of us in our age group is lazy?
yeah.
But me, you, and Ashley were just talking about it's a lot of success for us too, though. So that's why I say it's like
I mean, that's I mean it I don't really I'm not a big fan of the word success because
what is your definition of it then?
it ain't no definition to it. It's whatever you deem successful.
That's how I feel too.
So it's not whatever. What you do is for success is up to you. So that's why I'm not a big fan of the word, because like I can look at somebody and be like, man, he's a successful guy. But is he really? Is P. Diddy a successful guy? Really?
Like, okay, when you say that, right?
Good question.
When you say in black culture, he would have been considered a successful guy. In the media, as far as the money and the power, they would consider him a successful person.
But
But why? But why would you question it then?
what you mean? Why would I question?
Because you asked the question: is P Diddy a successful guy? So that means if you're doing that, you're asking me why is kind of a question. Like why would you look at him as that?
I'm not looking at him as success. I think
That's
if
what I mean. Then that's
mentally
exactly what I mean. Why would you?
if you're not mentally